full of liquor, then we dive in it. Pull him to the side, let me slide in it.
All right, SmackDown for July 26th. It was LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. They had a nice match, and LA Knight won, but then he was sneaked attacked, snucked by Logan Paul, because they got their match coming up for SummerSlam. After that, it was Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus Alba Fire and Ilsa Dawn. They didn't have a match. They just was, cutting a promo for their match coming up, because they're coming up for the titles. Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin versus the Street Profits versus Legado del Fantasma versus Pretty Deadly versus the Bloodline versus the OC. It was for number one contenders seeding and the whole match was a gauntlet match. Anywho, the last two in the match was the Bloodline and the Street Profits, and the Bloodline won. So the Bloodline is the number one contenders for the tag team champion. A-Town cut a promo, and some boxer named Terrence Crawford knocked out Austin. As usual, it's always Austin that gets knocked out. Then Cody Rhodes, he cut a Japanese interview. Then Bayley took on Nia Jax. Or was it Tiffany Stratton? I forget which one. It was Bayley and Mei Ching versus Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. Nia and Tiffany won. And then, of course, they got jumped. They jumped Bayley, setting up their match for SummerSlam. Then on Raw, they had their going home show too. Seth Rollins
was in a very flamboyant outfit, and I loved it.
Yep. That was his ref shirt. Puffy shirt.
His sparkly heels.
He cut a promo to give CM Punk and Drew McIntyre the rules of the match for SummerSlam. Then the Alpha Academy versus the Creed Brothers. Creed Brothers won, and then they jumped the Alpha Academy afterwards, but they were saved by the Wyatt Six. Sheamus fought Bronson Reed, and of course Pete Dunne interfered, and Bronson Reed won. Jey Uso versus Carlito, and Jey Uso won. Selena did a promo about her match the week before where she had won, and of course she was beat up by Baszler and DeVille and Stark for
big heads
for bragging. Xavier Woods took on Karrion Kross, and Karrion Kross won. Sami Zayn versus Dominic Mysterio, which ended up a disqualification because the Judgment Day came in. Jey Uso made the save, but while he was saving them, Braun Breaker came out and jumped Sami Zayn again. Set up their match for SummerSlam. Lyra Valkyria, Caden Carter, and Katana Chance took on Sonya Deville, Zoe Stark, and Shayna Baszler. Sonya, Zoe, and Shayna won, and in fact, they even broke Katana's nose during the match. And then Damage Control came in and interfered with that and jumped Zoe, Sonya, and Shayna to let them know that they're back in town. And then the main event, Gunther versus Finn Balor. Gunther won, but then he was jumped by Damian Priest at the end. And that was it.
For the Irishman, or is he Scott? I think he's
Which
Scottish.
one? It depends on which one you're talking about. Drew or Sheamus or.
Drew. I think Drew is Scottish.
Yeah, he's Scottish.
Scottish.
What do you think about his match against?
CM Punk.
Yes. I was seeing CM Punk's face, but I was thinking LA Knight's name, and I'm like, that's not what that is.
No, LA Knight has a match against Logan Paul.
Yeah. So what do you think about their match?
It should be pretty good. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Who do you think's gonna win at SummerSlam?
That's hard to say. It'd be messed up if they had CM Punk win again, because that'd just be another nail in Drew's coffin.
It really would.
But then again, if Drew won, that makes CM Punk look weak.
I mean, they could have a toss-up match where if Sparkly decides to throw it up and just destroy them both.
Sparkly, you mean Seth Rollins?
Yeah, Sparkly.
Now that's something. They could both probably turn on Seth Rollins and jump him, and then that sets up a three-way match for the next pay-per-view.
Which will be Halloween, right?
Probably. I don't know what's next coming up.
Yeah, because it would be a few months, because the next big thing would be like the Halloween thing. The match between Logan Paul
And LA Knight.
Yeah, how do you think that's gonna go for SummerSlam?
I hope LA Knight win, but it's gonna be Logan Paul because he's making too much money for them now.
Also, because they're saying he's in his hometown when he really didn't grow up here. He grew up in the suburbs.
You mean Cleveland?
Yeah, he didn't grow up in Cleveland. He grew up in one of that like way outer outskirts.
I don't know. You could probably add that in.
Editor Kennedy in Logan Paul grew up in Lakewood, and that's a suburb of Cleveland, not directly in Cleveland.
Do you think they're gonna be I can't remember her name. Tiki Time.
Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany Stratton. Do you think she's gonna turn on the Queen of the Ring soon?
She'd be smart to.
True.
She let her punk her out. Because she had the perfect opportunity 2 weeks ago.
She did. She didn't take it.
She let Nia Jax punk her out. She should have bust her in the head with the suitcase, then handed it to the referee, jumped in the ring, covered Bailey, and she'd have been the champion.
She would have. Okay, what do you think about Damage Control coming back?
I don't think much about them because I don't even like them.
How dare you? I think they're pretty fun. Their outfits are very sparkly.
You would, yeah. I forgot you only care about the outfits.
No, I care about the storylines, the outfits, and if a dude gets hit with a chair.
The two
That's
people that
really
made them great are not even there anymore.
Yeah, Asuka's
And that was
out.
Asuka and Kyrie Insane.
Is that a dude or a girl?
That's Asuka's partner. They were a tag team years ago, and they used to be the tag team champions. The other Japanese chick that was with.
I gotta re-see the picture because I can only imagine Asuka by herself.
She's the one that had the umbrella.
Her. Oh, okay.
Her name
Okay.
is Kyrie Insane.
My brain did
She
not.
used to have the umbrella and she used to wear that pirate hat.
Yeah. What do you think about what's gonna happen with the Bloodline coming real soon for the SummerSlam?
I have no opinion on that just yet.
You want to see until it happens
Yep.
because we still haven't heard anything from Jimmy or Roman, so we're kind of up in the air for it.
Right.
Do you see how the fight's gonna go with Gunther and Priest?
No, because it can go either way. Because Gunther should get it, although I like Priest. Gunther is a better wrestler.
Gunther may be a better wrestler, but the question is who's going to push it a lot further for storylines and more money to be made.
And I think it's Gunther because Damian Priest was he was a bad guy going against a badder guy. Not to mention they're trying to make Damian Priest a good guy. So, yeah, he needs to lose the belt.
Yeah, but turning him babyface so soon seems kind of bad on their part.
Yeah, but that ain't never stopped them before from
That's
doing
true.
stuff.
Because they did the same thing to Roman, and then they had to backtrack it.
Yep.
But my thing is, because somebody made a good point. This guy I watch on TikTok, he was like, Priest might not win because of how he's completely like going after Gunther now, and he's not stopping it. Every time he sees Gunther, he keeps fighting him, which most likely means he's going to lose this fight if he keeps crashing out like this. Like, I would want Priest to win, because I feel like if he wins and then the Judgment Day does what I think they're going to do, Priest still has his title, but at the end of the day, he has his title, he has Rhea, but the Judgment Day is gone. But if they do that and Priest loses his title and the Judgment Day still leaves, it kind of leaves it flat to where you cannot see where this is going next, you know?
Right.
Where he could, like, get together with Jey Uso. Other people might not like that, but I see that as, like, this would make a lot of sense if you rethink a lot of, like, their interactions in the past weeks. They've been a lot more friendly to each other because Priest deeply did not like Uso for a minute. So for them to be so friendly and stuff now seems a little reversed.
Right.
I just hear Mom in the back going boo. Do you think Sami Zayn's gonna lose his title?
I hope so.
How dare you?
Braun Breaker needs a belt.
Braun Breaker's like, he's an interesting guy. I can't help but think of wolf nipples every time I see him because that shirt doesn't.
Nipples?
Yeah, I gotta show you the picture.
He's the son of. Well, that's right. You don't know them. His uncle and his father were the Steiner brothers. They were great tag team champions.
I'll have to
So
look him up.
he's like.
He's like one of the people who are wrestling royalty.
Yeah. So he should have a belt.
It's the fact that so many of these wrestlers have a lineage that is so long. It kills me.
Yeah, his father was known as the dog-faced gremlin.
Oh.
And his uncle is off his rocker. There's a video you need to see of his uncle. I'll send it to you. They call it Steiner math.
Oh.
And it's like the most famous video on the internet when he does this math. And it sounds flawless. He doesn't mess up when he says this shit. It sounds like he actually knows what he's talking about. It's deep math. It's relating to it's a promo he cuts for a match. I'll send it to you and you be like, okay, so this is his people.
But like,
I apologize here. We lost a lot of sound because I didn't realize I was covering the mic.
what do you think about the Wyatt Six gonna be having their fight next week?
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
I've been waiting. I wanted more substance, and I got it.
I only like one person there, and that's Dexter Lumis. He was my favorite character. Like, scary ass guys coming in there, beating up everybody and scaring and spooking folks.
Yeah, because I thought that's what the Judgment Day was for a minute until I'm like, nah, the Judgment Day has nothing on the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six is so much scarier and menacing. The Judgment Day are just a bunch of golf kids at a Hot Topic.
Exactly.
Where do you see the Bloodline story going from after this?
Just meeting up with Roman.
No, because
And Roman having a faction, and they're having their faction, and both of them going against each other.
I mean after that, because that is a given that this is all gonna happen. But question is,
after that, hopefully they all get together.
yeah, but you know factions can't last for too long because they end up always blowing up.
Yeah.
So question is, are they going to like Roman is one of the people who bring up the biggest money. So are they going to keep Roman as this like untouchable god type?
No, they're gonna keep them going. One is gonna be on one show, and then the other one's gonna be on the other, and they both gonna be trying to rule. the shows.
Wonder how long that will go for, but I think that was all I had for a thought. So, thanks for recording with you, old man.
Whatever, youngin'.
How dare you?
Hey, I'm so sorry we lost a lot of sound because I didn't realize I was covering the mic. If I could have salvaged it, I would have, but it was just unsalvageable. But if I remember what it is, we'll cover it next week, hopefully. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Ken the Light Skin Queen and on TikTok at KenDCat13. Link in bio.
Cause I don't want this simple